I am officially changing my record prediction for this Colorado football team heading into 2023, and it's for numerous reasons, but it comes down to this main reason. I believe in Deion Sanders. I believe in Coach Prime. For the past 3 or 4 months, I have stated and I've made it clear that I got this Colorado football team going 3-9, but that changes today. Another night, another primetime video. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what the crap is going on? Another primetime video? What are we doing, man? Trust me when I say this. I didn't even expect to make this video. That was up until late last night, early this morning. You better pay attention and follow along with this because if you don't, you're going to get lost. Last night, what was the main topic? What did we talk about? How I stated, Colorado fans, they need a reality check. We posted a 15-minute video where I tried telling Colorado fans, look, I'm tired of you telling me you're going to go 6-6, 7-5, 8-4. You're going 3-9. For the past couple of weeks, nonstop, you guys have been blowing me up saying, Matt, when are you finally going to change that 3-9 prediction you said Colorado and Deion Sanders they're going to do? Because since you predicted that, which was about 2 or 3 months ago, the team has changed completely. They've done a 180, in which I do agree with. But in last night's video, I stood firm on my words. I was like, nope, don't care. They're still going 3-9. What have I said, though, time after time? That could change, but as of right now, as of last night, it didn't change. So that is where we left off. And oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to do this. I forget to do it every now and then. We're not doing no intro. We're not doing none of that. We're getting straight into it. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste. If you like the content, consider joining our amazing community. We'd love to have you here. Anyways, like I was saying, that is where we left off. And right after I posted that video, rarely ever do I second guess myself, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So me being the madman that I am, I decided to do a lot of digging and research. I was like, okay, I got him going 3-9. I'm pretty confident in saying that, but let me do some more research just to back my claims. I know we have a lot of disagreements on our channel, but that's a great part about sports. But I think the one thing we can agree on, it all starts with your head coach. That is the captain of the ship. I don't care if you have 4- and 5-star recruits everywhere on the field. If you're captain, head coach, if he is not leading the guys in the right direction, it doesn't even matter. We can agree on that, or at least I hope we can agree on that. So what I did was I looked at Deion Sanders, not just coaching career, but I looked at his career in general. And when I looked at it, I literally looked at every single season from college football, from Major League Baseball to NFL football. I looked at every single season, all the stat lines and all the stat sheets. Am I going to sit up here and read off his stat line for every single season and every single sport? No, don't worry. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. But here's what I am going to tell you, and I told myself last night. Deion Sanders, at anything and everything he's done, is a winner. He's been extremely successful. Going back to his playing days, when he was playing college football, extremely successful. When he was playing pro football, extremely successful. He has 2 Super Bowls. On the flip side, he was like, you know what? I want to play baseball for the heck of it, and he still succeeded at that. Was he the greatest baseball player to ever walk this earth? No, he was not, but he was pretty good. Don't ask any questions. I don't know how I got down to this loophole, but I even caught myself watching his baseball highlights. And by this point in time, guys, it's like 12:30 a.m. I was doing so much film, research, and study, I couldn't even believe how late it got. You know how it goes when you get into a loophole, the next thing you know, it's like 2 a.m.? Yeah, that's where I was. So I looked at everything in a whole. From his playing career, yeah, all he did was win. He was very successful. Moving along to his coaching career, which we don't have a large sample size, but at Jackson State, he had a total overall record of 27-6. Considering how corrupt Jackson State was, in which Deion Sanders already exposed him for, he was still able to go 27-6. And what he did at Jackson State, I had to remind myself last night, is he did the same thing he's doing at Colorado. He had a bunch of guys leave the program, he brought in some new guys, and all they did was win. And well, here we are after your boy Matt doing about 3, 4, 5 hours of research. I'm gonna make a long story short. I came to the conclusion that Deion Sanders is a winner. I know what you're sitting there saying, okay, Matt, I don't need you to tell me that, I already knew that. But my point in saying that is, what have I taught you guys, or not taught you guys, but what do I tell you guys time after time? What is one of my core principles I preach to you guys? Winners win, losers lose. I can't dumb it down any more than that. You know my analogies I like to use. Elon Musk, for example, every business he touches, it turns into gold. He succeeds. Is that a coincidence? No, he's a winner. Winners win. People who fail in this life continue to fail over and over and over, and people who win continue to win. So with that being said, how am I going to be a hypocrite, have those core principles, preach you guys winners win, and yet I'm doubting Deion Sanders? And it's not so much that I'm doubting him, it's more so of I'm not believing it's going to happen all so quickly quickly in the first year. I'm saying, yeah, I think by the second or third year, they're going to go 6-6, 7-5, but the first year, it is going to be rough. Well, here's a fun fact for you. In Jackson State's first year as a head coach there, he was 4-3. If you're wondering why he was 4-3, that was during the, 2020 year where a lot of schools, they weren't playing in all the games. Even in his first year at Jackson State, he still somewhat over-exceeded expectations. When I got done doing my research late last night, I went to bed. It was really late. Then I woke up early this morning, around 6:30, 7 a.m., and when I was drinking my morning coffee, I was like, you know what? Let's see what you guys got to say in the previous video. I want to see their thoughts. And I really like this comment from Daredevil. He said, Georgia's whole roster could go to Colorado, and Matt still got them only winning 3 games. Thank you for the comment. And although I think he's trying to be funny and maybe even slightly serious, I think he's 100% right. I'll touch on that in just a second. I also saw this comment from Jeremy Mitchell when I said, hey, chemistry, it might be an issue. He stated, 2 months of summer workouts and another month for fall camp, their quote-unquote chemistry will be just fine. I saw that and I was like, maybe he's got a point. There's a lot of other great comments, but this is the last one I'm going to read because it gets my point across. Avery Dillard said, in all fairness, majority of these transfers are familiar with each other's game. Most played together in high school and most transferred from the same college. That's the last one I want to show you because it ties all of this together. Remember only a few days ago when we talked about how Deion Sanders got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 transfers from Florida State, all on the defensive side of the ball? Yeah, I had to remind myself that. Chemistry with those guys, not going to be a problem. I'm not going to sit up here and dissect every single player that's went to Colorado because we've done that enough. My point is, I went back last night, earlier this morning, and I looked at all the 40-something transfers they've gotten in the past couple of weeks, and a bunch of those guys are in the trenches. A bunch of those guys are defensive linemen, interior defensive linemen, linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks. I have somewhat convinced myself through you guys, I think the defense is going to be better than what I originally thought. Am I still worried about the offensive line? Am I still slightly worried about the defensive line? Yes, I am. But now at this point in time, I'm only more so worried of the offensive line. Can you block for Shedeur Sanders? I think Shedeur Sanders is special himself. You just give him time, he'll make stuff happen. You better believe that. But that is the question mark. That's the red flag. Can you give him time? We'll see what happens there, but also for the front 7 on the defense, can you just get a couple of stops here and there? Let's be serious with ourselves. Your expectations for Colorado's defense shouldn't be to be a top 15 defense in the country. At best, you just want your defense to be average. Get a couple of stops here and there. So that is the good news for the defense. Your standards aren't too high. Whoa. Hold on. Did somebody say defense? I think they did. Yesterday, Colorado picked up another big-time edge rusher who I don't think would start at Alabama, Georgia, or Ohio State, but I think he's a great pickup for Colorado. In his career at Maine, he had 108 tackles with 8.5 sacks. Yeah, you'll take that. This is a young man who's going to be great for Colorado, and worst case scenario, he gives you more depth. That was always my biggest concern with this Colorado football team. That was it. But every single day, it just seems like they're adding 1, 2, 3 players, and it adds up. Now, with all that being said, we've led up to the final point and the main point of this video. I've had a change of heart when it comes to Colorado's record. I am officially changing my record prediction for this Colorado football team heading into 2023, and it's for numerous reasons, but it comes down to this main reason. I believe in Deion Sanders. I believe in Coach Prime. I think Colorado's going to win a couple games they have no business winning or even being in just because the players have bought into Coach Prime in the system. For the past 3 or 4 months, I have stated and I've made it clear that I got this Colorado football team going 3-9, but that changes today. And I want to let this be known before I say what I think they're about to go. The only reason I'm changing this is because I think Colorado has the talent to upset these teams, and I believe in Deion. So with all that great stuff being said, I am upgrading Colorado from 3-9 to 5-7. Whoa. Hold on. Hear me out. I know some people are going to be sitting there going, well, Matt, that's only a 2-game difference, but that's a lot. You only play 12 games a year. I'm going to explain why they're going to go 5-7, but I need you to hear me out. Just like this comment says right here for Colby, he stated, and I said it in last night's video, Colorado's schedule is brutal. No one seems to see this fact. What'd you think, Matt? What I think is you're right 100%. Colorado has an extremely tough schedule. I showed you guys last night. I'll show you again. There's 6 teams on their schedule that potentially are going to be in the top 25. I'll tell you this right now to my Colorado fans. If you were in the ACC, which is by far now the worst conference in the Power 5, I think Colorado could go 7-5, 8-4. The ACC is that bad. It is pitiful. But the reality is, you're not in the ACC, you're in the Pac-12. We can play this what-if game all night long. I'm not going to do that. We're going to look at the cold hard facts. And the cold hard facts is that you're in the Pac-12. You got to play who's on the schedule. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But let's take a look at this. Where do I see them potentially sneaking out 2 extra wins? I'm still going to say you're not beating TCU, so you can mark that down as 0-1. I don't see you getting a win there in the first game of the year. That'd be extremely tough. But here's where I do think you can sneak out back-to-back wins and you can be right on your high horse. Nebraska and Colorado State. You win those 2 games, you're 2-1. But here's what also happens if you beat Nebraska and Colorado State. Your players start to believe they can beat anybody. When you're coming off of 2 wins, you're sitting at 2-1. Yeah, that's a big deal. I've been on teams myself where we're 1-2 and 2-1. And the difference from being 2-1 and 1-2, it is so different. I can't even explain it. Actually, I can't explain it. I don't know why I said that. When you're 2-1, you're feeling good. You're like, hey man, we played 3 games, we won 2 of them. But when you're 1-2, you're already starting to think, you know what, maybe this year's a waste. Maybe we just need to pack it up and get ready for next year. Maybe we're not that good. So if Colorado can beat Nebraska, if they can beat Colorado State, which I am predicting them to do at this current moment in time, you could see them sneak out a win in Eugene, Oregon. What are the chances that Colorado beats Oregon at Oregon? I'm giving it about a 5% chance. You don't have a good chance, but I think there's a slight chance. Whereas, I'm just sorry, I really don't see them beating USC. I don't know if Colorado can keep up with Caleb Williams because you're not going to stop them. That is going to be an extremely hard game to win, but I think you can, if you play your A-plus game, sneak out one against Oregon. So that could be your potential upset, but also, I'm looking at these 2 games after Oregon. You got Arizona State. I mean, they're not that tough. And then you got Stanford. Those are 2 winnable games. So let's say right here, worst case scenario, you lose to Oregon and USC. Well, if you beat Nebraska and Colorado State, that's 2 wins. And if you beat Stanford and Arizona State, that's another 2. That's already 4. You could be sitting pretty there, but then you got to go to UCLA and you got Oregon State. Here's something I want y'all to pay attention to, and it's another reason why I'm bumping them up to 5 total wins. This stretch right here, where you got Oregon State, Arizona, and Washington State, you could easily go 3-0. Arizona is not that great. Washington State, they're okay. And Oregon State, they're also okay. But the good news is you got Oregon State and Arizona at home. In this 3-game stretch right here, your goal shouldn't be to go 3-0. As long as you win 2 out of 3, that's good enough. I'm also going to stand firm on this. You're not beating Utah, not a chance in the world. That's besides the point. In year 1, you're not trying to beat your USCs, Oregons, and Utahs. You're trying to beat your UCLAs, Washington States, and Arizonas. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm starting to believe and think these games might come down to talent. Because the one advantage that Colorado has is I don't think you're going to outcoach Deion Sanders. I haven't seen him get outcoached up to this point, so I don't know why that would change. I am very comfortable with changing my prediction to 5-7. I wouldn't even have a problem if you want to say they're going 6-6. I just came to the realization late last night, early this morning, I'm underestimating Coach Prime. I am very content with my new prediction. Let me know your thoughts down below, but roll with me.